Okay, today I'd like to go over the install for our base 42 monster and basically give you the alignment of the front six, possibly the front seven. So, as we talked about before, in our alignment, the front six is going to be in a virtual position. We're going to take a look at each of these positions and we're going to align them defensively. Let's start with the field is this way. As you can see by the highlighted arrow up top, draw yourself a little bit of a box and let's start from there. So with the defensive call being left and the field aligned to the left, and that's why we made that call, our defensive end is going to line up as a six technique to the call. Our defensive tackle is going to line up as a three technique to the call. Our defensive nose guard is going to line up away from the call in a split front in a three technique. And our rush end is going to line up as a six technique away from the call. So, in review, the end and the tackle going to the call being left, line up as a six and a three to the call. Our nose and rush line up as a three and a six, also away from the call, which leaves our two inside linebackers. Our inside linebacker, our Sam, is going to wind up as a 20 technique to the call, which is directly over the guard at the second level. And our Will is going to line up as a 20 technique away from the call. So that's the interior of our box. Um, a modification could be this end could be a seven if there'd be a tight end on his side of the call offensively, and so could the rush. They could move out one technique wider. The seventh guy who would automatically be down in this box would be the strong safety. His width would depend on what the formation looks like, but the strong safety would definitely wind up at linebacker depth to the call. So if we go down to our right in boxes and we look at our responsibility, we have the end playing a shoulder shade six technique responsible for the C gap to the call. Our tackle is a three technique who lines up as as an eye shade, and he winds up as he would be a B gap. That's incorrect. He would be a B gap player um, to the call. Our nose winds up as a three technique and an eye shade winds up as the B gap player. Again, Ed's made two mistakes. A B gap player away from the call, and our rush end is a six technique and winds up being a C gap player. Now our Sam winds up being a 20 technique and is an A gap player to the call, and our Will winds up being a 20 technique and winds up being an A gap player away from the call. There's your responsibility. I'll talk about pass responsibility for these guys. Typically, they are hook curl and they are in five-step drops on 45-degree angles. And their first step always is inside step to get the proper alignment. And the same way, hook curl away from call, 45-degree angle. And the first step is an inside step. I'll explain that in greater detail on my next video. I'm just giving you a general overview of this, and I hope you like what's going on and give me some feedback on how this went for you. Thanks.